It's Christmas Eve day. I'm going to be going over to my son's mom's house later. We're all going to hang out Christmas Eve. I'm going to spend the night there tonight so I can be there in the morning when they open gifts, and we're all together. The boys really wanted it. Co-parent and I are on, great terms. She's super welcoming, inviting, like, yeah, of course, be here, right, for all that. If you're in a spot right now where this is like your first Christmas, you're in the process of going through divorce, separation, it's so early, and you are just destroyed. If you're in that spot right now, and believe me, I've been in that spot. And when I was in that spot, my co-parent and I were not in a good spot. Okay? There was a lot to deal with, to feel, to unpack, to heal from, right? A lot of conversations, a lot of accountability, a lot of stuff had to happen so that 4 years later, we're here and we're like this now. It wasn't going to be possible if, one, we both had the commitment that everything is for the kids. What's best for the kids? We both had to be aligned with the kids are the North Star, period. We both had to do work, right? Therapy, personal growth work. And a lot of people resist therapy. A lot of people resist personal growth. They don't want to do weekend courses, seminars. They don't want to do therapy. You are shooting yourself in the foot if you don't do this. Like, you're shooting yourself in the foot if you're not working on yourself, right? Here's the thing. People say a lot of times, like, I don't need to work on myself. It's that person, blah, blah, blah. That's one of the biggest red flag. That alone means you should be definitely working on yourself. Oh, they need the work. They should do it. I'm good. Go do the work. If you can't distinguish, if you aren't able to see your blind spots, if you're not able to see, like, oh, I do that when so-and-so does this because I never resolved something that happened when I was 5, and I do that every single time unconsciously, then you are blowing up your life. Do you get that? You're blowing it up because you have no access. You have no access to seeing something that's that old for you, that is destroying relationships, etc., etc. I want you to think about growth work. I want you to think about, like, Easter egg hunt. You're finding Easter eggs, right? Oh, wow, I didn't realize I was passive aggressive. Oh, wow, I didn't realize that I made up all those years ago that I'm not worth it. I didn't realize I made up not only that I'm not worthy, but it's your fault that I'm not worthy. All those things that you discover about yourself make your life infinitely better. Not only the day-to-day, your own experience of yourself, but in relationship, right? With your partner, with your friends, with your coworkers, with your kids. See, look, if you have kids and you're like, oh, I don't need to do the work. What? Like, what? Do you get how crazy that is? Like, you just want them to learn all that crap? Now, look, there's no arriving. Oh, I did this 10-year growth and now I'm great. No, you're just doing the best you can, right? The best you can. What does the best you can look like as a dad, as a mom, as a friend? What does that look like? Well, part of it is going to be doing work on yourself, right? Isn't that like a no-brainer? Is that a no-brainer? I don't understand why it wouldn't be. Why wouldn't you want to find out that because of XYZ, you made up that, love looks like this? Why would you not want to figure those things out so that you can make different choices? I am grateful that I'm going to my co-parents' house, be with our kids this evening and in the morning. That's something that was worked for. It's always a long game, right? People always get hooked on this too. Everything's a long, like, if it's not a long game, guess what? Boom, you blew that up. You blew that up. You blew that up. There's a long game of, like, I have a commitment to my kids. Long game. If I have this long game of, like, showing up for my kids, being the best possible parent I can be for my kids, then what are you doing to ensure that? Not the same old same. The more that we can learn about and be responsible for our shit, the better our lives are going to be, and the better the lives of everyone in our community is going to be. First and foremost, our kids. people have a lot of talk about these generalizations about like, oh, divorce ruins kids, right? Nuclear family, blah, blah, blah. I'm not here to say divorce is great or you should get divorced or nuclear families are bad. No, I'm not here to say any of that, but I am going to say that none of that matters if you don't do the work. None of it matters if you're not showing up and you're the best version of yourself. None of it matters. Stayed together for the kids. We were shitty to each other. Didn't stay together for the kids. We stayed shitty. A lot of times people split up and one person does the work. You can tell who did the work and who didn't, right? No judgment, but you can just tell. Someone's like really full on playing their life out. Like life is short. I'm gonna do everything I can to make my life great for me and everybody around me. Committed. Why wouldn't you be committed to that? Why would you say, oh, therapy is not for me. Oh, growth work is not for me. Why? That doesn't make any sense. I love you. I love you. Do the work for your kids, for yourself. All right? That's the best Christmas gift